I was with Anna Jordan for the most of it, who won the main prize, because we've worked a lot together before as actors, directors, writer, in every kind of possible way you can, I guess. And so all I just remember was that ceremony, as great as it was really long, because you just want to find out if you're gonna get that opportunity. And yet, no, it was like a bit of a car crash moment. Like when they say your name and stuff, it's just amazing, because beforehand you're thinking, oh well, what the opportunity could do, and I knew if I got the money that I'd be able to leave my part-time job, and I'm, so I really wanted it, but there were some amazing people on the shortlist, so I genuinely didn't think it was going to happen because you don't know who's been shortlisted till the very morning, so when you meet those people you're like, well, it's not going to happen. So no, a mixture of elation and just feeling sick throughout most of it. And I really feel the award is on a kind of potential of going, we see some really good stuff in this, but it isn't a finished product. You need to then keep carrying forward. So I went back and read it, and there were certain things that I knew I wanted to change, and we've worked hard with the literary department so far in doing some really great note sessions and doing a few more drafts to hopefully take forward to production. And it's just been a constant kind of dialogue with the Exchange on where we want to go with it, if we're going to workshop it, what actors we're going to get in, and that's great because of my background, as I used to be an actor, trying to get people that maybe people who've read it before, who have a prior history of the play as well. And also, a year doesn't sound like a long time, but with all the other stuff you've been going, I feel that I've changed as a writer, I've grown as a writer, and you look at that draft, which you've had, which is great. You know that you want to push further. You know that you can change it a lot because you've changed. The awards opened up some great doors, which is one of the best things. Not only working with the Exchange, but I did an attachment with the National Theatre Studio, which is great. So I'm writing a play with them. I go back and finish my attachment in a couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about. And also I had a play which had just been on, called Land of Our Fathers, at Theatre 503, which is a small theatre above a pub in Battersea, which was, even though I've been writing for a couple of years, that was my first full-length production, and that had just gone on, that had been well received, and that's transferred to the Trafalgar Studios in the West End, and that's doing a 5-6 week run there, which has been received well so far, touch wood. Yeah, and then also writing a TV pilot as well, which is great, and yeah, no, it's just been busy. Working for Headlong, doing a writers group, I start that next week, which I'm really excited about because I think they're an amazing company. Like I remember seeing one of their I went and saw Earthquakes in London at the National, and I hadn't really seen that many new plays, and I just thought it was mind-blowing. It really was. It just made me change how I thought theatre could be, and how exciting and irreverent, and just the way Rupert Gould direct. I'd never seen one of his shows, and it just really kind of opened my eyes to what it could be. So I'm really excited to be working with Headlong, and I think it's an exciting time because Jeremy Herman's just taken over, so hopefully do some good writing with them. Exciting, really exciting to have your play on the main space at the Exchange in your 20s is ridiculous. Humbled, really humbled, nervous, but more excited than anything, because it's such an amazing space and it's such a special space, and I think because it was at Bruntwood as well, and you associate a really good thing happening in that space, then you just feel really joyful about that. And I think it's really brave programming and exciting programming for Sarah and the team to program this play in the main space and to be doing it in rep as well with Anna Karenina. And I think working on those themes, I just think it's really clever programming to have two very on the outside, on the surface, look quite polar opposite plays, but actually, if you really do take the time to look at what those plays are about and to go and watch both of them and look at the parallels, there are massive, big themes and huge similarities between them, but you do have to look for them. Yeah, I'm just thrilled to do it. It's going to be a big challenge. But most of all, I keep saying most of all, I'm really excited to work with Ellen McDougall. I genuinely am a bit of a fanboy. I've been following her for a couple of years, and she's just going from strength to strength to strength. And I think my writing is quite robust, and it's kind of got a traditional edge to it, I think. And I think Ellen has a lot of flair with her directing, and I think that will really kind of create a great spark between the two. I think opposites sometimes attract like that, and I think it'll be an exciting collaboration and hopefully a really fruitful one for years to come, hopefully. We'll see. I think my advice would be you have to write what you love. You have to be really passionate about it, and it has to be something that you know you're going to be passionate about in, you know, a year, 2, possibly even 3 years' time, because developing plays takes a long time and things do change, you change, so it has to be something that is very cool. You have to love and feel extremely passionate about what that subject is or why you're writing it, and I can definitely say that's true with the Rolling Stones. Whenever you are worrying or thinking, where is this going, as you do with drafts, because they go through so many different stages and it's messy and you're just going, oh, what is this? I don't even know what this is anymore. And you know you'll get there eventually, but you have to kind of enjoy that mess and be brave about going through that. But the one thing that you can always hold on to is going, well, why did I sit down in my mouldy old room on my own, my single bed, and write that play? Why did I, excuse me, why did I write that play? So that will carry you through right up to your press night and then onwards as well, so that you always stand by why you wrote that play. So I think that's really important, that you've really got to think carefully about what you want to write, and you've got to write from your heart. I think also, don't look around at what other people are doing, just follow your own path and go, well, I want to write about these 4 astronauts because I believe in this story, rather than maybe doing, I don't know, something which is very on vogue, like, oh, I'm just going to do a monologue play because they're really easy. Well, they're not easy to write, they're not, but that they're easy to produce because it's only one person, and, you know, or whatever's in fashion, I don't know, a certain way of writing. You have to just go with what you want to do, I think. And get, my biggest tip as well, I think, is, if possible, and I know it's not always easy, but get some actors around to try and read your script, or someone who you really trust to read your script way before the deadline, and give you some notes on it and go away and write another draft, because whenever you think it's finished, it really isn't ever finished. But also hold on to the fact that the Bruntwood, I really do believe, they're looking at potential. They're not looking for a finished script which can go straight onto the stage. I think they're really looking for interesting, exciting ideas that would work brilliant in their studio or their main space. And I think about their space as well. Think about doing a play in the round, what that would look like, or think about their studio space, and really think about, try and visualise those places when you're writing your Bruntwood play.